Hello, War Incorporated and clan members of Abyss, Abyssal Legion, and Abyssal Rift. So I'm doing a short, quick, easy, simple guide for noobs for Clan Wars. Because there's a lot of people that they don't know much about Clan Wars. It's fairly new content, and my guide is not end all be all. You could tweak it, and there's pros that could put it to shame. But this is what I have to contribute to new players that want to sort of understand the feeling. And this is the best I can provide. I'm not a content creator, to be honest. Like, I just want to put something out there because there's not much out there, and I want people to be able to follow it. It's gonna be short, sweet, to the point. Got pictures, because I don't want a yapper if I'm watching a video. I'm trying to get some crap done, so I got some screenshots from my phone here. So first off, you're going to need a PvP build. We're going to be going over the 3 builds that you're going to need for Clan Wars. You don't have to go with this PvP build. You just need a PvP build that you are confident works for Arena. Because when you're taking over a tower that's occupied by another player, you have to have your PvP build on, right? Next is tower build for high levels. So when you're sieging a tower that's not occupied by another player, there's going to be a dragon. So you need to have it on outflank. So if you look right here, it needs to be on outflank, and you have to have tanks on the sides. And then your best possible troops, and we'll get into that here in a second. But the main thing is the tank, the dragon, and then the rest just DPS it down. So we're going to go to a new build, because this is what I have. I'm sure there's pros out there, it's better, but this is what I got. So this right here is tower build for low levels. So right here, I personally feel like the archers, royal archers, they're the best. Then the flame mages are the second best. And then the third best, arguably, they sort of tie with the boomerangers, but the oracles are really good to have, especially higher levels. But boomerangers are insanely good DPS. They're probably the 4th best. So this is a crap build right here. You have to have it on outflank, get some tanky people on the end, and good to go. So we went over 2 builds. You need your PvP build, you need your tower build. So next, you're going to need a boss build for like spiders or whatever, because when you're doing Clan Wars, you're going to be encountering a lot of people that you're going to be, when you're doing Clan Wars, you got to secure a lot of castles and pathways leading up to bosses, which spawn every now and then. They're locked up until a certain point in time, and then the goal is to take it out. And the top rating clans, they get the clans that have the most players that do damage, they get the most out of it. They get the most points. I'm trying to go quick here because I don't want a long ass video. So this is a boss build. You need same concept. You need really you need really tanky sides with outflank, but you also need a tanky front, because if you're doing a spider, it's going to be spawning minions, and it's going to just come in and wipe out your squishy little base right here. So this is a better build, but now here is a new build. Again, royal archers I think are the best, and then flame mages, and then oracles, boomerangers, but this is a new build. Boomerangers hit the clap cheeks, man. Absolutely flawless. Tanky sides here. At any point in the video, you can stop, screenshot, whatever. So you can sort of get, because I get everybody has different troops and whatever available to them. This is my rough draft. Next, Royal Archer I think is the best for boss troops. Boss and tower. Then the second best is the Flame Mage. Third best is the Oracle. Fourth best is the Boomeranger. I think they're sort of equal with the Oracle DPS wise, but the Oracle gives the boost. I actually think the Boomeranger does a little bit better. And then next, we got to scroll down here. These are some tanks. So this is the best tank line because it gives a shield to your other players, your bad boys. And then the Night King's pretty solid. Flame Duelist is pretty solid. They're all tanks. And fourth best is the Pumpkin Guard. And this is a little bit worse than the Pumpkin Guard, but the Pumpkin Guard's good because it pulls aggro. But it's still really good. About fifth best. I didn't mention things like the Goddess of War and some of the other tanks because I personally don't have high level ones, and I don't want to speak on behalf of... I assume they're the best tanks, to be honest, because they have some killer shields, and I saw some what they're capable of, but I'm just giving a novice guide for people that are just getting the Clan Wars. Okay. Let me click over here. So this isn't Clan Wars, but it's sort of like Clan Wars. Since we don't currently have Clan Wars going on, this is sort of the best we got, right? This is the regular Dragon Raid, but it works sort of the same. So you have a tower right here, and what you do is you want to take over another tower. If it's at 0, and this works in Clan Wars, if there's a tower that's at 0, attack it with, what is it? Your tower build, which is, let's say you're a noob, this is your tower build. Okay? That might have been too quick for y'all. And then if there's a number right here, that means there's a player on it. Attack it with your PvP build, right? Your best PvP build. Super simple. Next, right here is where I'm at in this yellow one. Or actually right here. You got to take objectives that hold up to the boss. This isn't Clan Wars, but it's similar, right? So when you're doing Clan Wars, you got to take objectives. And once you take the objective, there's a little timer, right? And once that timer runs out, you can attack it. So the goal is to take as much land as you can because you get passive points. But the main objectives is taking big boys like this. Most points, really good in the hood. So hopefully that brushes up on everything. I'm just going to quickly zoom in on all the different builds real quick for you. PvP build. You don't have to copy that. Just have a good PvP build. This is outflank. Tower build. Okay, right here. Again, lower level tower build. You can pause it right here on the video. Alright. High level boss build. Got a little bit of tanks in the front. Has to be on outflank. Lower level boss build. It's on outflank. And those of you who don't know, outflank is the type of attack regimen you do. And there we go. Video is 7 minutes. Still a little bit longer than I like, but hopefully it's good enough for y'all. Have a great day.